Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Andrew Davis. I got my good friend Paul here, and I figured I haven't done one of these in a while, which is kind of a Friday night chill stream. Saturday night main event is happening tomorrow, Cena's last match. And so I figured we would just talk a little bit about this whole thing and break it down a little bit, talk a little bit about WWE, talk about some other stuff for the next hour and a half or so. And if you want to join or hang out, shoot me a message on Facebook or social media. We'll bring you in if I know you, and if you want to talk wrestling and all that fun stuff. And a few people might pop in here and there. But yeah, so how are you, Paul?
I'm good. I'm good, man. Ready for tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I personally, I don't know. Gunther, is he really the right opponent for Cena to retire on? I really don't think so. But then again, that's my opinion. I hope the show is great.
Sorry, we got. I don't know if I just won what I just won. A card that you would love, one of your favorite wrestlers of all time. And no, it's not L.A. Knight. But yes, he says let's talk about Gunther. I don't know. How do you feel about the last time is now a tournament? Because I like the concept of that. To be honest, I kind of like the concept over the last 3 or 4 weeks. What's happened is that we have gotten a tournament to determine Cena's last opponent. And what I
I,
liked about it is, so I started to go, just let me finish the point, is I like that we got Zack Ryder and we got Dolph Ziggler back in there. So I thought those were nice spots for people who have been instrumental in his career. Because obviously we had the whole Eve with Zack Ryder. We had that whole like year-long feud that involved AJ and Dolph Ziggler and Big E back a while ago. And so I like the fact that we had those mixed into it, because I thought they were nice moments in kind of this story leading to his final match, even though he wasn't directly involved. I thought it was a nice little tribute. But how did you feel about the road to this? Because I think it's a really interesting thing they did.
I like the concept. I didn't like the execution. And what I mean by that, okay, so Miz got two chances because Sheamus was out of one. I mean, you could have put somebody else there. I
I mean,
didn't.
I don't,
I
yeah, I
like
don't,
the fact that Dolph Ziggler and Zack Ryder was there, but to me it was like they brought him in just for them to lose in one round. That was pretty horrible. There wasn't anybody that made it to the end that you didn't expect to make it to the end, and obviously Gunther was what everybody expected to win. So it really wasn't exciting.
I'll be honest with you. I thought that I thought Gunther was going to win, right? I didn't have L.A. Knight versus Gunther or Gunther. I didn't have that match on my bingo card. I thought L.A. Knight was going to be kind of eliminated earlier, to be honest. I thought it was going to be more like a Jey Uso versus Gunther and kind of redo that WrestleMania match a little bit. Like that. That's where I thought they were going to go with this. Not saying it's good or bad. That's where I thought they were going to go with this, right?
It would
I,
have been very bad. Come on, Jay
I
against Gunther. They did it like 10 times and they did it horribly. The way Gunther tapped that first time, that made him look so weak. And the fact that they did that and now they're putting him up against Cena is like, why? He was weak against Jay, he won the belt, and now he's going against Cena. Didn't make sense.
this is what I don't like, right? I wish that Cena still had the IC belt. And hear me out on this, right? It would elevate Gunther and it would mean something, because at this point, I mean, I don't know what we're doing here, because the point, I mean, this is how I feel about a retirement match. The retirement match, because in the wrestling business, a veteran is supposed to lift up the guy when he's leaving out and project him forward. I don't know how this projects Gunther forward,
It
like,
doesn't.
or the other thing is that you have the rivalry of 25 years. So the other thing that a retirement match could do, and hear me out on this, is that like Randy Orton versus Cena or Edge versus Cena one last time as the final match. to tribute 25 years, right? That's the only other thing that you would do in a retirement match. But typically, you're supposed to send somebody out and project them forward. I don't know how we do that because Gunther, when he had the IC belt, and he was like the longest reigning champion when he had that belt, and he had it for like a year plus, he was like a beast. And then, he became weak. And then he got the belt, and he got the belt back again. But he wasn't the same Gunther that he was in NXT. And when he had the IC belt and his first title run to some degree, he was like a ruthless, like German who's going to kill you. And now it's like Gunther Light. Like, I'm not explaining that any way. Like, it doesn't work.
The only way they made him Gunther Light is by making him tap to a really, really bad submission by Jay. I mean, in all honesty, he hasn't really lost anything. He went and won the belt again. And so he's been on top. It's not going to project him anywhere. Where can he go? Even further on top? No.
I just don't get it. I just don't get it.
Like I said, it really didn't make any difference that it's Gunther. It doesn't do anything for Gunther. He's already on top. You yourself said he had the IC belt and he had it for so many days that it made him seem like he was this big guy, which, no offense, I think his matches are horrible. and that's because to me it's just kind of lame. Chop through the chest, chop through the chest, chop through the chest, pin or submit or whatever. But again, if you're a fan of Gunther, taking devil's advocate, he's been on top. He's been on top, and nobody's really been able to beat him. Jay with that sorry match. But why does it do anything for him to beat John Cena? He's already been on top.
I feel it's so wasted. Like, I feel like Dominic Mysterio, the rematch should have taken place between Dominic Mysterio and John Cena instead at this. And Cena, and I understand why they did it in his hometown. And I thought that was smart. I thought what they did was great on a story level. I really enjoyed that match. I enjoyed the fact that Cena was like the double AA. I like how they called it the STFU. I thought that was great, right? I thought the commentary was great. I thought that match it wasn't the greatest match wrestling, but it was arguably the greatest story being told in a lot of ways. And I really enjoyed what they were doing. I like the fact that Cena went, put Dom over. Great story, right? Liv returning, the whole Liv doing Cody Rhodes to John Cena was fun. That whole thing, but this is where it should have been, because it would have projected Dom, who's already killing it, into a much bigger spotlight. But this is the problem too, is that who do we have at the top? We got CM Punk, we got Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre.
Good guy.
Who?
Good guy. Cody Rhodes, good guy. CM Punk, good guy. Drew McIntyre, bad guy. You might as well make him a good guy. Who else do you got? I mean, you got mostly good guys at the top right now. You should have thrown over a bad guy. It should have been Dom. I mean, Gunther.
You project Dom upwards. You somehow figure out to get him out of the IC position, and then now he's in the world heavyweight pursuing, and he does it the dirty Dominic Mysterio way, which is his style, and it would have been great, and it would have projected, because then he could have kept touting, I'm the guy who retired John Cena.
What about Braun?
It would have. I don't think Braun Breaker would.
Why not have him retire Cena? Do you want to make him the next Roman Reigns? That's what everybody's saying right now. Wouldn't it have projected him? Look at the way that Jay went over in the Royal Rumble, throwing Cena out. That projected him up into that stratosphere.
Oh, that was great. That was great.
Went on to get the belt, which was good, but he really messed it up for himself. So why not Braun Breaker to get that bump?
Let's see. You mean that right there?
Well, I mean, even still, the last match would have been bigger.
So no. I 100% agree with you. I 100% agree with you. 100%. No objections from me. None. I completely agree with you. Where I just don't know what, like, it would have projected Dom, right? It would have projected Braun Breaker. Bronson Reed isn't ready, and
What
I'm not
about
saying.
Solo Sikoa?
I don't know though.
I
I
mean,
don't
he's
feel.
stuck
I don't.
there in the middle. Why not
I,
project him
I
a
don't
little
feel
bit
he
more?
has though. Like, I don't get the it factor from Solo Sikoa. I don't get it, man. Like, I don't get the it factor from
But the
him, right?
thing
I
about
get
it
the
is, that's what it's gonna give you. That's what it that taking Cena out for that last time, it's gonna give you that wow factor, that big push that, like I said, Gunther don't need because he's already up there. Braun Breaker, it would give to him, but he's up there too, so that's probably why they didn't give it to him. I agree with Dom, but are they ready to put a belt on Dom yet? I mean, he's got the other two belts, and he's kind of
I
living it
think
up right now.
think I think with Dom, um, I think they want to get him a few more reps in. I think they want to give him another 6, maybe another year, because the guy is owning it and he's great, and he's right. He's in the spot he's supposed to be in. I don't feel Solo Sikoa has it, right? I feel like traction has been lost for him. And I'll be honest, I think Braun Breaker is going to be awesome. I think, we at some point we got to give Braun Breaker like a belt. He's got to either beat CM Punk, he's got to beat Cody Rhodes. More likely CM Punk, I think, than Cody. I don't see Braun Breaker matching up against Cody well. But like, this is my whole thing is that, I mean, Braun Breaker, you would give him the spark and you give him the accelerant, right? Because
Right.
and let's say Seth Rollins is still around, you wouldn't want to put Seth Rollins. He doesn't need the spark, right? It would be a great match, and they've had great matches, those two guys, but it would be a wasted component, right? And if you wanted to do a Cena Seth Rollins match, you would have done it at like the Great American Bash, or you would have done it at Night of Champions or something like that, right? If you wanted to have one last match between them, you would have done it there. You wouldn't have done it as the retirement match. Like AJ Styles and CM Punk, AJ Styles doesn't need the spark, right? But they wanted that match because it's a good match to do and to have the last bout, right? And it makes sense to do those good matches.
Yeah.
But it's not the retirement match because it's supposed to be that spark. But I just don't see Solo Sikoa. I just don't see him being the guy. Braun Breaker is prime for this. I just think
I
that
agree with Braun Breaker, but like I said, I mean, who do you have that are good bad guys right now? You've got Braun Breaker. Who else?
Drew
Gunther.
McIntyre's that guy.
Drew
I mean,
McIntyre is kind of a
the,
jobber at this point.
yeah, he's a good jobber though. He's great. He's great, but he gets screwed
Okay,
pretty much.
but I mean, who else do you got? Why not put Solo
There's,
Sikoa? You
the
don't.
only
You got
two.
Gunther. Let's say you got Gunther. Who do you want to see against Gunther? Nobody. You don't care, do you?
Oh no. I want to see Cora Jade. That's terrible. That's terrible. I'll tell you, I really. This is again. I agree. I agree. I mean,
You
I
know
just
who I
don't
would have
see it.
liked?
Like, I'm not.
I would have liked Oba.
That would have been cool. That would have been cool.
Why not do someone from NXT? Why not bring him in, give him that big bump? Bring him to WWE, have some new blood because it's stale right now. And it just seems like they're doing this masked figure. And do people really care about it? I mean, I don't know,
I don't know.
but I don't
I
really care
don't.
about it. So it's
Again,
like,
again.
what do they get care for?
It's whatever. I'd rather than bring Kurt Angle back for all I care.
Yeah, they're not going to, but yeah, I would agree.
Again, Kurt Angle's retirement match was Baron Corbin. Like, what the fuck was up with that, right? It should have been Cena.
Well, I don't know
undeniably.
about Cena. I would have loved to see Cena, but it didn't really. What did it do for Baron Corbin? It's just like, what is it going to do for Gunther?
No, 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 I'll tell you what it did for him. It got him fired.
Well, if it fires Gunther, all right. I
It's
don't know.
all part of the plan. We got a plan here. It's all part of the plan. This is the
I
point.
just
We're
think
gonna get rid of Gunther.
I
Like,
think they're becoming WCW with the old people and too long with the old people. They're not bringing in new people. Who are they bringing in? Why not Solo Sikoa?
you don't mean on an NXT level. What you mean, right? I just want to make this crystal clear. You mean they're
Yes,
not bringing new people into the main roster,
yes.
right?
That's exactly
Because
what I mean. But I mean, you got all these people in NXT that you could utilize and bring up, but you're not bringing them up. I mean, Carmelo, what are they doing with him? Why not Carmelo?
I mean that. I just bought a Cactus Jack graded card of his while we were on the air. $13. It was a no brainer, right? $13. You know, I'll take the risk, right? It's pretty cool. I like him a lot. I know him from the Indies, right? So I was watching him about 2.5 years before he was called up to WWE, and he was awesome. He was he was great. He was Christian Casanova on the
Right.
Indies, and he was great. He was wrestling
But he's going to
in
be the
like pretty
next Finn
much
Balor.
like a bingo hall that was getting. What was it?
He's going to be the next Finn Balor. They're just going to bury him.
He's so talented and he's so gifted, and they
Well,
don't know how to use him, and it sucks because
not that they don't know how to use them. They know how to use people. They just choose not to. They choose not to use LA Knight. They're choosing not to use Finn Balor. They're choosing not to use Carmelo. And instead, they're pushing Gunther. Dude, it's not that Gunther makes me hate him. He makes me want to change the channel. It's just boring.
I don't it is what it is, right? I mean,
I
look, you know
like
what it
him.
is. I don't think it's
No, go ahead.
no. I liked when he had the IC belt and he was dominant and he was a beast and like he held the belt and he was ruthless. I loved it.
I liked
I
when he
loved
was
this.
with Imperium. It wasn't exactly him that I liked. It was the group that I liked. But he's not with Imperium anymore. And now, like I said, he's just boring.
I just think you're upset because Gunther rubbed you the wrong way. That's what this is about.
Why?
That's what this is
If he
about,
was a better
isn't it?
wrestler, I mean, they made him look weak, like I said.
He just rubbed you
Him
the
going
wrong
to
way.
we can say is Uso. He looked
That's
weak.
not what this is about. What's really going on here? Did you try to get into his DMs?
Yeah. No, you know who I like better than him? Who was his side guy?
Ludwig?
I forget his name. Yeah, Ludwig
Ludwig Kaiser?
Kaiser. Yeah,
I
great
like
American.
Ludwig.
I liked him better. He could have been a person that wrestled Cena.
So LA Knight would have been interesting, I think. I think Jimmy Uso should have been up there.
What about was this you that I had the conversation with? What about the great American luchador?
Oh. No. The American luchador?
Imagine if it was Cena against the American luchador, and then at the end, both of them went up there, pinned Cena, and took off their both masks. That would have been great.
So I think it would have been great, right? That would have actually been awesome, right? It would have been awesome on so many levels because and then he would cheat to do it, and
Yes.
that whole gimmick of how Chad Gable kept getting beat by luchadors, and he becomes a luchador, and he pays him like $500, and that was so. For those who don't know the joke, right? The joke is that it used to be back in the day, you pay a lot of money to be on a wrestler, and they wouldn't teach you shit. And that was the gimmick, and it was like a carny trick, right? And that's what he did. And whoever wrote that, brilliant, brilliant. WWE's finest moments, and it's the little things. It's not even the big things, and it's such a small little thing, but it was like a gift of just if you know wrestling and you understand it, what they snuck in of that whole Chad Gable thing, great. And then he's doing that, and then like I wanted to see El Americano Grande or whatever his name is, like help
Hello.
Dominic Mysterio. Oh, like I just think that would have been great on so many levels.
This is what
So
I'm saying. And it would have moved. It would have pushed Ludwig and Chad up. And it just would have. It would have been better than, like I said, you got Gunther, who's just
Is Ludwig
yeah,
the one for replacing Chad, or is it somebody else? Because Chad Gable got hurt, right? Who was doing it initially?
yeah, it's Ludwig.
It is. It is. I thought I didn't know if it was Ludwig. That's why I asked. Um, it would have pushed that whole group up. It would have pushed up the Creed brothers. It would have pushed up Ivy Nivel up. It would have pushed up so many people, and it would have been so beneficial. And then it would have put El Americano Grande into the AAA position too to go challenge Dom. And so you don't even have to
Yes.
elevate El Americano Grande. You could get the belt off of Dom, his other belt, or you get the
Yes.
IC title off, and you have a luchador thing with non-luchador. Oh, they missed the opportunity by far.
On top of all that, you know how many people would have been so mad that Ludwig and Chad beat John Cena for the last time? So many people would be so mad, dude. I'm
They
telling
could
you
have done something.
that.
They could have done something even crazier. They could have pulled a Bella Twin trick. So
Yeah,
what you would do is that you would have Chad Gable or Ludwig under the ring at the
under the
start,
ring. Yeah,
and then
exactly.
you guy would come out. Oh, it would have been. Oh, it would have been
And like
such.
I said, after they won against Cena, both of them come up there and both take their masks off at the same time. Dude, it would have been classic. But I mean, instead we're getting Gunther.
Yeah,
Gun-
they dropped the ball on this one.
I'm
Maybe
telling
they'll surprise us. Maybe they'll surprise us. Maybe it'll be the most like maybe it'll be a great match and it'll be an awesome outing.
I hope so. I mean, I'm not rooting. I'm not rooting for it to be a bad match. I'm just saying I don't see how it can be a good match. Gunther to me is just really stiff. Most of the time, I do want to just change the channel.
I'm gonna ask a question, and this is: do you think this is gonna be? So you don't think it's gonna be a good match? Do you think it's gonna be an average match? Because I think it's gonna be above average, but I don't think I think no. Hear me out. Hear me out. I don't think it's gonna be anything that's memorable.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. It's. I don't think it's going to be of the two. Which one do you think's a better wrestler, Gunther or Cena?
Right now, this is gonna sound crazy. I think Gunther is in better shape than Cena, but not.
That's not
But
what I asked. Which
hear me
one's
out.
a
Hear
better
me out. Right?
wrestler?
I think that Cena is a better wrestler. Because I think Cena knows how to do things that Gunther doesn't know how to do. But I don't think that Cena is in the best shape, and there's a reason why he's retiring because he's still relatively healthy and he still has one last push in him to give
But
one hell of a.
Cena's not. He's not Shawn Michaels. He's not someone that's going to carry Gunther that good. It's not going to be like Shawn Michaels and Undertaker. It's going to be worse. So why wouldn't you want to put someone in there that's going to make it a better match? I hope it's a good match, but like I said, it's going to be a whole bunch of
It could
chest
also
slaps.
be it could also be WWE is seeing if they can trust Gunther, right? So you put the Undertaker in a match with somebody, Undertaker could carry the match, right? You put John Cena in with The Miz, and The Miz is brand new. John Cena can carry the match. I've spoken to a lot of wrestlers. There are wrestlers who can carry matches for people, right? And,
I don't think Gunther was a carry kind of match though, and I don't think Cena's a carry kind of match nowadays. I mean, he was when he was younger, but he wasn't exactly a wrestler.
so yeah. I mean, Ric Flair versus Shawn Michaels. Who carried that match?
Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels carried the match. Ric Flair carried the stakes.
Yeah, but
Now,
I mean,
Undertaker versus Triple H, Shawn Michaels special guest referee, and all three of them carried that match at
I think it was
WrestleMania.
Triple H. But I mean, I understand what you're saying.
There is no doubt about it that Shawn Michaels as a special ref in that match definitely helped to carry that match, and it was a
Oh, he
good match.
helped. I'm not saying he didn't.
Everybody was on their A game, right? So that's my point that I'm making when we go and look at this, right? So but like I don't think. I mean, I think that we might be just fucking shit testing Gunther and
Let
seeing
me
if
ask you this.
is he our guy.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Over or under 10 chest slaps by Gunther? I bet
I
it's going
think,
to be about 20.
yeah, it's probably gonna be like 20.
That's horrible. How many AAs is it going to be by Cena? I bet it's going to be at least 3.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do because
What do
this
you
is
mean you don't know? I just told you what they're going to do. That's it.
I think there's gonna be 2. I don't think there's gonna be 3. I don't think there's gonna be a third one. I don't.
I think there's going to be a third one. It's going to be 3 AAs.
I don't see it.
20 chest slaps, 3 AAs. A few other moves mixed in, maybe a hold that he tries to get Cena to tap to. If he does get Cena to tap, well, who cares? I mean, they're making a big deal out of him tapping like 4 times before, but does it really matter? Look how Gunther tapped to Jey Uso. It was horrid.
This is how I feel, right? It's a Saturday night main event, and it's Peacock's last one. I think. I don't think we're gonna get anything else.
But it's Cena's last match.
Yeah.
It should be special. It
And
should
it's
be huge. Should be something that we talk about for at least 2 or 3 weeks. But I guarantee you it's going to be average.
all I know is that John Cena should do Joe Rogan. Oh wait, he did that. I didn't watch the whole thing. I don't know if you watched the whole thing. I was busy watching something else. It's on my to-do list. I like that Tony Hedgecliffe was also doing that. Like Tony was like fucking drooling all.
I like Tony Hedgecliffe, but to me it seemed like Joe Rogan was talking to Hedgecliffe more than Cena.
Yeah, but you know what is? It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool though to have John Cena on there.
Oh, it was.
Definitely.
I'm not saying it wasn't. But to me, like I said, it seemed like half the conversation was between Rogan and Hedgecliffe. I'm like, why are you talking to him? You got Cena right there.
Again, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool though. I'm glad that happened because and WWE smart and it was good media and
Well,
I think
Cena's been making the rounds. He was on Pat McAfee this morning, I think.
Mhm.
And he said some really interesting things. So I mean, it was cool that Cena's been making the rounds, but I just don't have high hopes for this match. I mean,
look,
I hope it's better.
my understanding is Cena's going to be around for another 5 years, not as a wrestler, but he's speaking about ambassadorship and things like that, and that's good. So he's not going to another company, right? And
he's not ever going to another company. They're going to sign him to a legacy deal, I'm sure.
he is worth so much money, and he's going to give so much more back. In which I don't think he's going to be a producer. I don't think he wants to do that. But
No.
but what I do think is going to happen is that I think that he's going to be, on some contract in the front office. He's going to probably spend some time down because I think he lives in Florida, so he's going to be spending time. I think his house is like 30 or 40 miles away from the NXT Performance Center down in Florida, so he's going to be there a lot. And he's going to really help those people. And he was speaking about like how he was trying to get people and teach them how to get, positions in the back of the bus. And I don't know if you know who Allison Kay is. You know who Allison Kay is, right? Or no? So
Yeah.
Allison Kay was speaking about wrestling, and she was making a statement. And she said, "Look, there are people who work their asses off, and they're just never in the right time at the right place, and it has
Right.
nothing to do with their talent." And I mean, Cena was talking about the whole rap thing, and that's what he was basically saying is that, cool, I'll put down my laptop, stop playing Roller Coaster Tycoon, and I'll just shoot off, and I'll slay 12 guys just like that. And Stephanie was like in the back of the bus, and she's like, "What the fuck?" That was a really that's the only clip I saw from the Rogan Cena interview. And she's like, "Can you do it? How'd you do that?" And like, so like, but I think it's gonna be really interesting what happens. And he said, "Oh, people are gonna forget about me. I don't think we're gonna forget about you, man. I don't. I,
Think
I
they
don't
will.
think you get what.
Think they will.
I don't think so.
I think I don't think WWE is really going in an upward projection right now. I think it's going down. Do I think
I
they're going
think
to forget about him? I think so.
I,
Who's the
I,
next
I think
Cena? What did he
I
leave? I mean, he doesn't have like Paul Heyman guys.
see. I think WWE is actually doing the thing that is brilliant. I think WWE is about to explode. I think the
Dude,
exact
I'm about to
opposite.
cancel everything. I almost canceled Peacock whenever I heard it was Gunther that was going to fight him.
I mean, look, I'm a
Almost.
lone owner guy, so I like my Peacock, but I mean, I'm now in the ESPN position. I have my Netflix, I have my Crunchyroll, and I have my Amazon. That's it. I'm tapped out of everything else, right? So,
Right.
I don't have a Disney account. Not that I don't like Disney. I'm just done. Like, I have no more fucking money for this
Right.
shit. And then
Yeah.
I watch
I'd
independent
rather
wrestling.
keep Disney than Peacock.
Fair enough, but I don't have enough time in my day for television, so I'm not going to be watching Disney shit. Not because I don't like Disney, but just it's just you got to pick and choose, right? There's 50 things you can watch, and there's 50 choices, and you can only watch 20, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I pick and choose. I watch a lot of football. And then I watch a lot of independent wrestling because I love indie wrestling, and indie wrestling is amazing. And I mean, it's work related for me as an interviewer. I want to find the next superstars tomorrow, right? And I found a bunch of them, right? People like Josh Briggs, people like Chris Daniels, you know, Carmelo Hayes was on the Indies. WWE pulls out of certain places. There are people.
WWE going down, like I said. It's
I
just
don't know. I
stale.
disagree. Why are they going down in your opinion? Let me ask it that way.
Okay. Who do you got? Cody Rhodes is kind of getting old. CM Punk has been old. Who do you got?
I mean, I think you got Braun Breaker. I think you got Dominic Mysterio. I think
That's
that
two.
that that, that
I'll give you those two. That's it.
I think Bronson Reed is going to be interesting. Not as a main event guy, but
That's
as
right. At the
as
end.
an upper mid level for sure. I think Trick Williams is going to be interesting. I think Ricky
Who?
Saints, Trick Williams. But
He said,
look, What?
I'm just saying they ain't got nobody. They're not really pushing any new people to be big. And look, I'm not talking. I like LA Knight. He's old, but I like him. Okay, so
I like him as an upper. So let me ask you a question: is it fair to say that LA Knight is an upper mid-level guy?
he's in the main event status, but they're just not going to put a belt on him.
So I'll give you the position. What is it? Eli Dragunov is the U.S. champ,
That's
right?
horrible. Yeah.
I know we're putting the U.S. belt on a Russian, but anyway, political. I'm sorry, I can't help it. It's just too easy.
I just don't like him. I like Aleister Black better, but even still, I mean, look what they did to Black when he left.
you
He's
know
buried
the
so
issue
many
with
people.
Black, right? You know
Huh?
there's a serious problem with Aleister Black, right?
Well, I understand, but I mean, you got
What,
all
what,
these
what is
people
the
that he
issue?
buried.
What is the issue? Do you actually know what the issue is?
No, I know there is an issue. I just don't know what it is.
The issue is that Aleister Black has a tattoo on his back. Awesome fucking piece. Beautiful. It's probably one of the best tattoos in WWE on his
Why?
back. It offends Saudi Arabia.
Oh,
Aleister Black is not allowed to wrestle in Saudi Arabia, apparently.
yeah,
That's
but I
that's
mean,
not
you
even
still got
cool.
so many other people
What
just
would you
not
say?
doing anything with them.
So the problem is that if WWE has two big events in Saudi Arabia, you're having the fucking Royal Rumble. You can't even potentially put him in to WrestleMania and have him win the Royal Rumble. If you wanted to, you couldn't do it. That's
Well,
a
then
real
you shouldn't have signed
fucking
up
issue.
again.
It's a real
I mean,
fucking
you
issue,
shouldn't have
man.
signed. Huh?
No, I just said that's a real fucking issue with
Well,
wrestling.
they shouldn't have signed him.
But he's great. He's
He
great.
is great, but I mean, there's so many other great. Dude, Finn Balor.
They don't know what to
What
do
have
with
they
him either.
done with Finn Balor lately? Like you could put an IC belt on him or a US belt on him.
You could put the U.S. belt on him. You could put an IC belt on him. I mean, look
But then
and look.
why
I mean, I agree. Kevin Owens. I mean, right now Kevin Owens is out.
well, I think he's injured right now, isn't he?
Yeah, that's why I said he's out. So, but Kevin Owens is older.
Yeah, he's older, and this is what I'm saying. It's like you're just catering all to the older wrestlers, and you're not really bringing anyone else new up, and it's just stale stuff. It's the same Drew McIntyre against CM Punk or Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns, and it's just tiring. Just bring someone new.
Mm,
Bring
mm.
somebody new. And
I like what WWE is doing with Lash Legends.
who?
I think Lash Legend.
Oh, okay.
So that's how you bring somebody new in, right? So they're doing it with her. It makes sense what they're doing, and they need to do it. And I'm not saying so. Let's say that the WWE doesn't have guys ready to be main eventers, right? The IC belt and the US title belt are the point of how you develop talent and level them up, right? That's the theory, right? I mean, did you disagree with me on the theory? What I just said?
I don't disagree with you. I just don't think that they do it right. I mean, back when it used to be the IC belt mattered, it don't matter anymore.
I mean, the Miz basically. You seen the interview about that? Have you seen the clip with the Miz going after Daniel Bryan? This was maybe like 8, 9 years ago.
Yeah,
I'm talking smack, right? And the
yeah.
Miz says, just give me the mic. I'm the Intercontinental title, and I'm not even on the fucking show. I'm not even on the show. I'm the
Right.
match before the show. Yes, I'll do it, but I'm not even on the fucking show. What the fuck? And he was pissed. He said, put me on talking smack. And he goes to put me on talking smack. And then all of a sudden he gets a match on the show. And he gets another match. He's a little bit higher. And he's talking about it. And he made the fucking title relevant. It was
Right.
great.
I,
Have you
why
seen the
not do
Miz?
that nowadays? Why not
Yes.
give somebody the IC belt? Well, let's say like Oba. You bring Oba up, give him the IC belt, and him say, you know what? I'm going to go after the championship belt. But before I do, I'm going to clear the entire area of everybody that's thinking about going after that belt while I got the IC belt on me. So come get it. But they don't do stuff like that.
I would like.
They force Roman down your throat. They force Cody down your throat. They force CM Punk, and it's just
Well, you don't like Missionary?
I'm just saying, it's just they're not doing really much of anything.
Force Nikki Bella down our throat.
I agree.
What the fuck was up with that shit? I got no problem with Stephanie Vauquer. No problem with Stephanie Vauquer. No problem with Rhea Ripley.
I don't think she's that good of a wrestler. I mean, she looks great, but I don't think she's that good of a wrestler. I think Io's great. I think Io's amazing.
You just like trash cans, but not the point here.
No, she's a good wrestler. I mean, I don't think Stephanie's half as good as a wrestler as Io. I think versus Rhea has been amazing whenever it came around. I think you put Io in any match, Io carries those matches.
I think, but look, I think Asuka at one point carried a bunch of matches, but Asuka's older now.
Well, she is older, and her wrestling is getting older. You can tell. I'm not saying that Asuka's bad. I'm saying Stephanie isn't that good.
I think Stephanie is a lot better than people give. But look at what they did with Giulia. Giulia was supposed to be this top stardom wrestler, right? And you fucking you fucking fucked up Giulia. Like, you had Giulia running shit, right? And like, if you just let Giulia do what Giulia does, and I don't know how familiar you are with her in Stardom in those places, but she was killing it there. But but I like what they did with Lash Legend. Lash Legend, it was the real winner of War Games.
I don't like Lash Legend, but I'll agree with you. I like what they did with her.
You don't like the WBA. It's all right.
No, I just don't like her that much. Like I said, I'll agree with you. She's a better wrestler than most. And I like what they did with her so far, but
they're making her into a star, right? And they're building her up. And they're doing what they should have done with Jade Cargill. They're doing Lash Legend right. They learned that I mean, I'm going to say it. I have no problem saying it, right? You have an attractive African-American, strong, powerful woman, and you have to build it a certain way so that when you want to make her a breakout star, there's a way how to do this. It has nothing to do with race. It just is that you have A, B, C, and D, and F to work with. And they're using every single box to hit it. And so that when she's ready and she's trained properly and she's developed, that she's going to be a breakout star. They need to do the same thing with male stars, and War Games would have been a great place to do it. Cody Rhodes and CM Punk should not have been in the same match. That fifth spot should be reserved for somebody to give them the breakout in War Games. Because War Games, on the men, it allowed Bron Breakker to break out. I mean, who was the real winner in War Games? Bron Breakker, right? I'm not talking about. Who had the best War Game match? Who had the best?
Dom.
No.
You're talking about War Games. I don't think either one of them.
I misspoke. Who out of the 10 superstars that are involved in War Games, minus the masked person, which superstar had the best War Game outing on the men, and who had Lash Legend had the best on the women's? She had what?
That's a tough question to answer because I don't think anyone really.
You don't think that I feel that War Games on the men's benefited Bron Breakker the best. I don't think it hurt Drew. I don't think it hurt Roman. I don't think it hurt the Usos. I don't think it hurt CM Punk. I think it hurt Cody. To be quite honest, I think Cody came out of War Games not looking good. I didn't like the Cody Rhodes stuff in War Games,
I didn't like
and
most of it. It was just drab.
it also was that the Shark Tanks are a lot of fun, and I understand the
Yeah,
politics of that. Like, and when you take that away, that definitely was not good.
heard it. Right, I agree.
So that didn't help. That didn't help. I understand that the situation didn't allow for it, but they could have figured out a way how to make it work. War Games was what was a 50-50 up. War Games was half of it was good and half of it was horrendous. And that's that.
Yeah,
I mean, I thought Cena and Dom's match was fun, and I thought Stephanie Booker and Nikki Bella was okay, and I thought the women's war game match was a blast. The men's war game match was fucking bad. It was just bad, right? I mean,
yeah.
I,
I
I,
thought it was just. I mean that whole pay per view really wasn't much of anything. Sorry, it just wasn't. I
it
think
was bad,
Dom's match was the best match, and it was just because it was a gimmick match.
but it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that match. I had a blast
Oh,
watching that match. I had a
yeah, no,
blast.
I agree. Like I said, it was the best match, but it was just because it was a gimmick match. The War
I
Games themselves
I would have
were,
rather done stamp collecting and watched the men's war game match.
and the fact, see, the worst thing about it is you got 2 months until you get another pay per view or PLE.
Is it 2 months?
Yeah, the Royal Rumble is what, January 30th or something?
Oh, let's actually look that up. That's a good question. That's a really good question. We're looking that up right now.
So you got this PLE that you waited 2 months for was pretty much dead on arrival, and then you got wait 2 more months for a Royal Rumble, and I'm not going to
So
be shocked if this is the most boring
Royal
Royal Rumble there is. If it
Royal
is,
Royal Rumble is January 31st.
so again, like I said, you got to wait basically 2 months. Nothing in December, nothing in January until the very end.
Then Elimination Chamber is February 28th. So yeah, it's a lot of fucking crazy shit.
Yep.
But then WrestleMania is April 18th and 19th. So that's not terrible because after Elimination Chamber, actually, that is a pretty big stretch. That's 6 weeks. Fuck. That's actually a lot.
All I'm saying is, if Roman wins the Royal Rumble, yeah, I think I'm out for a while.
Oh, that's bullshit. Because I have an announcement to make, and it's going to be a good one. Can I make an announcement? Me and Paul are
Yeah,
doing this every Friday, and we're all in, and we're going to bring that. Oh, no, it's terrible. And Paul's paying for both of our VSPN Plus accounts. No,
yeah, right. But I'm telling
no,
you, it's just so boring lately.
it's for life, man. I'm in this for life, and so is everybody else. They have us by the balls. We're stuck. And you know what? It doesn't really matter because they're gonna kill it. I don't think Saturday night main event. The only reason why anybody's gonna give a fuck is because it's Cena's last match. That's the only
That's
reason why.
it. Well, I
Nobody.
want to see the Oba Cody Rhodes thing. At least Cody Rhodes ain't fighting, one of the usual suspects.
Whoa, he was in that movie.
Yeah.
I feel like we really gotta go and maybe Cody Rhodes needs to play a little Street Fighter.
Those pictures look horrible. Have you seen the pictures come out?
They look like they are a combination of it looks like high quality photos, then down desaturated, and then like done in new school, but not fully new schooled out. They don't look good.
They don't look good.
It would look cool if it wasn't a real person, right? If it was art and it was like kind of like an Andy Warhol contemporary like Street Fighter idea, and they put it on a comic book cover, maybe, and it was a little bit more artistic. But the fact that it's supposed to be a real person and you know it's supposed to be Cody Rhodes means it doesn't look good, right? So like if it was drawn and it was almost art and it was like contemporary, that'd be one thing, but that's not this.
It's not this.
Oh, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad, but I don't have a problem necessarily with. I'm not gonna go see this movie. I could give two fucks about Street Fighter movies.
Yeah, I doubt it too. Can't wait for the trailer for Doomsday to come in.
What? What?
Can't wait for the trailer for Doomsday.
That's gonna be cool. Again, though, like I saw the Supergirl trailer. I'm excited for that. I
What,
think
Supergirl?
Supergirl's gonna be. Yeah, I'm
You
excited for
mean
Supergirl.
Guardians of the Galaxy 4?
I'm excited for Supergirl, dude. I enjoyed Superman. I thought Superman was fun.
Like I said, it was bad. I don't
Superman?
understand how people like it. Huh?
Why was Superman bad?
Dude, you take Superman out, nothing changes. It's the whole Indiana Jones effect. He
I
doesn't
thought
save the day. He doesn't save practically anybody. He's yelling at Lois. He gets mad and takes his ball and goes home. He gets called a B like 10 times. They make him like a little punching bag, and he doesn't care.
I don't know. I enjoyed it, man. I thought it was a good movie. I
Well, and,
really.
and I'm not telling you not to. I'm just telling you this is what it was. He didn't
I
do anything.
no.
Huh?
I thought I saved the day. I thought
He
he
didn't save the
protected
day. Who saved the day?
Superman
No. When?
throughout the whole fucking movie. If he would,
No.
you're not letting me answer a question. Can I answer a question?
Go ahead.
So he got trapped, then he escaped, and he rescued the person who then was going to join the Justice League. So he saved that day there. He saved the kid. Then he stopped and closed up the vortex. He stopped Lex Luthor. It was great. He saved the day like 15 times, and you tell me he didn't save the day. I don't know, man. What movie did you
Okay.
watch? I got questions here.
Okay. He got caught, or he turned himself in after he got beat up by his clone twice. His clone basically kicked his backside and could have killed him, but Lex said, no, don't kill him yet. How stupid is that? This is the smartest man in the world, and he tells his clone not to kill him. Hold on. So he turns himself in, he gets taken into this place, and he breaks out while this other guy is watching him. Literally supposed to be there to watch the baby and watch Superman, and doesn't call Lex at all. Oh, hey, by the way, the one prisoner that you're worried about the most is breaking out. No, doesn't call him. He doesn't save them. He falls into this river of whatever. Who saves him? Metamorpho does. If you watch the movie, he basically grabs him before Superman can go into that vortex.
Great.
Huh?
I don't know, man. I enjoyed it. It was great.
Hold on, I'm not done yet. Okay. Who saves Superman and Metamorpho from that place? It was Mr. Terrific and Lois, remember? They came to search for him. It wasn't Superman that saved him. It was Mr. Terrific. Okay. So then they go face the clone again, who he finally defeats the third time. And who basically stops the breaking of everything? Mr. Terrific. Who saves that country from that tyrant, that Superman, what was it called? Whenever you're torturing people, Superman tortured this guy that ran the country. who saved the country from that guy? It was the Justice League, the Justice Society, not Superman. So who did Superman save? Nobody.
No. He led them all, and by proxy, just because you can't see it without
No
Superman.
by proxy. No proxy. Because even throughout 90% of it, Guy Gardner was calling him a little bee.
That's because Guy Gardner has a small penis.
And
Okay,
Guy
okay.
Gardner was like, you can't even kill a overgrown cow from killing all these people, and you call yourself a superhero, and you're yelling at your girlfriend and taking your ball and going home and crying like a little. They were calling him a bee throughout the whole movie.
That's because Guy Gardner has a small penis.
It wasn't just Guy Gardner. It was Supergirl. It was Lois. It was everybody.
Like 2 minutes.
Huh?
Supergirl was in the minute for the movie for 2 minutes.
She still calls him a bee.
No, she doesn't.
Look it up. Yes, I bet you.
Did.
How much? Bet me.
I'm broke.
$3,000.
Yeah, right. I got $3,000.
Cash money. She calls him a bee.
I don't think she calls him a bee. I can see Hawkgirl doing it. I don't think Supergirl does it. No.
Penny of shame.
No.
Because you know I'm right. Superman doesn't do anything in that movie. And if you call that writing in that movie good,
it was great. It was a great movie. It was America. And just because
it wasn't America, he even says that he doesn't care about America in the movie.
Oh, he never said that either. What the fuck, dude? What movie did you watch?
Hold on, bet me. I'll show you what scene it was. It was him and Lois, and Lois was like, "You're basically torturing this diplomat," and she's like, "Did you get permission from America?" He's like, "I don't care about what they say. I'm trying to save lives." So you don't care what America says?
She didn't. No, that's not what that was. That's interpretation.
That's exactly what. Go look at it.
No, this is the point I'm making. Is that it's a great movie, and you're
just not great. It's not great. People are like, "Oh, it's comic accurate." Where is Superman saying that he doesn't care about America? Where is Superman torturing people? Where is Superman not doing nothing but getting called a little?
That's ridiculous. See, this is the problem, right? This is why you've lost credibility, Paul.
And no, the problem is you're looking at it through cheerleader goggles. You're like, oh, it's Superman. And you're not looking at the specifics. You take him out, nothing changes.
Oh, the movie would have been horrible if you take him out. It was great in there.
Guy Gardner would have killed the big,
whatever you got Gardner to deal with the a small penis Guy Gardner.
He would have killed that big cow a lot faster. Mr. Terrific probably would have stopped Lex a lot faster. Heck, Lex wouldn't have even been after Superman.
Okay, so we're gonna have Guy Gardner. We take out Superman. Guy Gardner is the star. We're gonna have Guy Gardner walking around, right?
And you should have called it a Guy Gardner film. It wasn't a Superman film.
Okay, so we have Guy Gardner, Green Lantern Guy Gardner, walking around and basically putting up the middle finger of Green Lantern stuff with everything in his stupid like 80s haircut that is 30 years outdated. Yeah. This is gonna be a great movie. Great movie, right?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Guy Gardner. I'm just telling you what it was.
It was
take Superman out.
I disagree.
Rewatch it. You take Superman out.
I rewatch. Changes. No, what do you mean? If you take out Superman, the movie falls apart just like that.
Nothing changes.
This is next thing you're gonna say to me is that if we take out John Cena versus Gunther, Saturday main event's gonna be a great event.
Yeah, I probably will. It'll probably be better.
I would like to see. I'll be honest with you. I would. You know what match I wish they would bring back in WWE? 3 Stages of Hell.
What? You know what I want to see? I want to see a lumberjack match.
My favorite lumberjack match ever was when you put all the heels and all of the others, and then the face goes to the heel side, and they're all just like picking him up, brushing him off, and like I forgot what match it is. They did is a guy took a lint brush and he started unlinting the wrestler. It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen ever in a wrestling match. And he started like unlinting like his like trunks and his like it was and his tights. It was hysterically funny because it's the last thing you would expect in a wrestling match. But I enjoy lumberjack matches when you have that. But what I like in a lumberjack match, so it's on an indie show, and the champ just started smashing lumberjacks into poles. And the champ was a heel, so he just started taking the um the guys who were like everybody, including the faces and the heels, just smashed them into like chairs and the guardrail and went after everybody, just cleared out the whole lumberjacks. It was amazing. It was this guy O'Shea Edwards, and so that was my profile pick. It still might be, and he won the belt, and that was in a steel cage. And what he did, which was great, was he it was cool. So love O'Shea. O'Shea's just a beast. That guy is a monster. But yes, that was also the event where they did an Ultimate X match on an indie show. That was sick.
Those were cool.
The cables, oh, great.
Yeah.
And then Elevation X was sick too. But I didn't like the Elevation X matches. The Elevation X were not for me. Elevation X was the concept where you don't have cables. Instead, you have a cross beam, and you got to knock your opponent off of the thing. That is a dumb match.
It was okay.
Ultimate X is cool as fuck. You got to climb the cables. But like I want to see a 3 Stages of Hell match. Or I want to see the Iron Man matches back. So those are fun too.
Yeah, I was watching a rerun of Angle and Lesnar. Iron Man.
What was that like? 2002, 2003?
I think it was 2002. I think it was on SmackDown. It wasn't a pay-per-view.
Because
it was the one. I don't know if you know events of Angle's life, but his sister died the night before, and he still wrestled the Iron Man match. Yeah. That was a great match.
Kurt Angle is fascinating. There's like a guy who can book Kurt Angle for me, but like I don't feel like paying money for Kurt Angle. The issue for me is that I pay for an interview, and I don't have a problem paying for interviews by any chance if the viewership is there. The problem is that what would you say?
It's Kurt Angle. Why wouldn't it be there?
It's complicated, right? So what happens is that the thing is that if the guy though is doing 500-600 interviews every year, it just gets to the point where it's not special anymore. And like also what because I've had it go both ways where somebody wants to be paid and then you pay them and then there's no viewership and you're like, I just paid you $50 and you didn't promote it and nobody watched this thing. And eventually it's going to get 200-300 views, and then I don't pay somebody and the thing gets 10,000 views. And so like I've had it go both ways. And what I find is that it depends on when you're interviewing somebody, what is spoken about, what, it's reposted, how it's tagged. There's a lot of things that go into it that are beyond just the guest. And it would be great to interview Kurt Angle, but I also have to say, look, if he wants $1,000, is the grand worth the interview with Kurt Angle, or is $1,000? Could I don't want to say get the same result, but can I benefit what I'm doing with better equipment, better situations, better marketing? Can I go hire an editor, which will increase my speed to cut up content for that money? And what's best for the business? And that's the problem that I run into is that, and it sucks because it'd be great to interview Kurt Angle, but like at the same time, I also have to make an economic decision. And it sucks when you're in those situations, but they're not unique. to me. They're just the reality of it.
Right.
I don't know how you feel about comic books, but like, would it be great if you get like an amazing artist, right, to do a cover for you? Would it be great if you could get J. Scott Campbell to do a cover for you, right?
Right.
But you also have to say, what if J. Scott Campbell's going to charge me $7,500? That's a lot of money. And you say, is that the best thing for it, or would it be better if I take 7,500? Can I do 2 issues of a book? And like that's the balance act, right?
Yeah, but I mean, there's sometimes where I mean, who cares about the return? Like whenever I started, I messaged an artist to do a cover for me, and he came back with an amount. And he's like, I don't do covers for less than this. I was like, okay. I I, I didn't expect to get that much in sales, but considering the fact that he was one of my favorite artists, I was like, yeah, I'll pay you whatever. He never came back to me though, so it was like I didn't get that opportunity. I did get an opportunity to sit beside him at a convention, but you know he didn't do a cover for me.
So I don't have a problem paying for a commission. So I love Elias Chazudis, and I paid for a commission, and I love the commission, and I have no problem paying for a commission. But also, like when I'm running my business, I have to make decisions sometimes and say, okay, like what is the right decision here? Because
Mm.
also it's like it's not like I'm having a personal conversation or having a beer with somebody, right?
You're
Like
talking about money though. I mean, you're talking about business and money. My comics were never really about business. It was more about
yeah, it's tricky in my circumstance, and I have no problem stating because I like to interview who I want to interview, right? So first and foremost, I rarely interview somebody I don't want to interview on my show, right? If I don't want to talk to you, I don't talk to you, right? There's a million people I could speak to
right,
every day. You know what I mean? And there's a million people in comics that I like, right? So if I don't particularly like somebody, I'm not going to speak to them, and they're not welcome on my show, which makes sense, right? I'm sure that there's maybe a comic cover artist or somebody you don't like in art that you don't want to work with, right? You just don't
right.
like them, right? For whatever reason. Is that a fair assumption?
Yeah,
And so you're going to say, I don't want to work with somebody I don't like, right? I mean, that's just the first stage. And then the second stage, I say, cool. If I'm interviewing somebody, I believe people should be paid if they bring value to me. But like if I would pay legitimately $1,000 to like have a beer with Kurt Angle, right? That would be great. Because that's a whole different thing because now it's personal, right? And so I could ask Kurt Angle questions that I could ask him personally that I can't ask him professionally.
right.
Because I have to protect in certain instances my guest on levels. So I've had personal conversations with wrestlers and people off the air than I've had on the air. And I know things about certain people, like Ariel X, I've had like a 20 to 30-minute conversation personally with her about a bunch of stuff that I can't have a conversation publicly with her on the
Right.
air. And that's the difference. So, like, if it was a personal thing, because correct me if I'm wrong, when you got that cover, wanted that cover, it was more personal than it was business, right? Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah. I mean, whenever I was trying to get it, yeah, because like I said, he was an artist that was kind of a favorite of mine and my kids, so it was definitely more of a personal thing. But I mean,
So,
don't get me wrong, his name was huge in the industry, and I think it would have did amazing of an impact to get me seen as well.
no,
So it
no,
was kind of a
yeah.
little bit of both.
But like, I would pay like a grand to have like an hour personal conversation with Kurt Angle. I think it'd be fascinating, right?
Right.
That's just how I feel though. But personal stuff, because I have personal stuff, right? Like I have personal books, right? Versus books that I buy and sell, and so it's easier to take out emotion of stuff. Like I'll give an example. I have a card right here, right? This is a personal card, right? It's an Allen Ginter, Danielle Fishnow, who plays Topanga from Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
And so I mean it's a $50 card, right? I bought it. It's a personal card, right? So if it was $60, wouldn't even balked, right? If it was $400, I might hold off, right? It's not a $400 card, but $60 for this, I wouldn't even think twice, you know. So like that's the point that I'm making is that, but like again, would love to have Kurt Angle on my show. I think it'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to have The Miz on my show. I think that'd be great too. I think the guy is just so fascinating. Coming
Oh
from the
yeah.
real world to being a WWE superstar, I mean, we talk about Liv Morgan's story of being a Hooter Girls waitress to being a WWE superstar. I think the Miz's story in many ways is more interesting or just as
I do too.
interesting
I
because
think it's
you
very
have this
interesting.
guy on the real world goofing around, looking like a tool, and has had what like an 18, 19-year career in WWE and has done like a bunch of movies with WWE, has been in a bunch of stuff on Netflix. I mean, he was in that 90s show for like 2 episodes,
He had
and it
his
was
own
great.
show with him and Maurice.
It was it Miss and Mrs. Miz they did.
Miss and Mrs. Yeah.
What was that, like 2 seasons?
I think it was more. I think it was like 4 or 5, but I could be wrong.
I totally forgot they did that.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
and then
He did another show, I think, but I can't remember what it was. Something that was reality based too. It was kind of like a WWE show. I don't remember
um,
it though.
well, he must have been on Total Divas. He must have been
I don't know.
because I love Maurice. I think she's great. She's a WWE ambassador.
Yeah.
And my understanding is that, like, I mean, how the fuck did he pull that off? God bless him. God bless him. My favorite stuff. That stuff. Like, or are you gonna say?
Oh no, it wasn't me.
I just think the Miz is great. I appreciate the Miz on everything
Yeah.
he's done. I just bought a Miz card too. I have a spending problem. Um, I buy cool shit, guys. I buy cool shit, right? Like I buy the shit that people want and that I want from my own personal collection. Um, I spent a lot of money this year on cards in the last year. So I've had my PSA Vault. I opened it up in February.
Yeah.
And pretty much in that time period, I bought 173 graded cards. I probably have spent anywhere from 18 to $30,000 on cards this year.
That's way
Graded
too
cards. What?
That's way too much.
Oh no, actually maybe it's more like 20, but it remains the same. I mean, I got some cool shit in my collection, dude. Just because I buy the cool shit that you can't buy doesn't mean you get to hate me.
I can hate you for no reason.
No. I mean, I find good deals on shit too. I just bought a Carmelo Hayes card for like $13. It costs $20 to grade it.
I believe it.
So, but yeah, so that Cody Rhodes Oba match is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I can't wait for that match.
I just didn't like SmackDown tonight. They're all doing John Cena stuff, and I'm just like, guys, like, this seems so corny. I appreciate you referencing him and honoring him and doing that, but like, just
I figured that's what was gonna be tomorrow night too, but I don't know.
all I know is that I think Paul Heyman said it really well. He was on RE something show, and he said, Paul Heyman said, I'm glad we did something versus rather being a guy if we didn't do it, right? So we
Right.
had a John Cena heel turn, and it was nice that we did it. Was it a shit show his heel turn? Kind of. But I'm glad we still got to see it. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. Yeah. I
It
get it.
it could have been better, and
It could have been way better.
no. The heel turn itself wasn't the problem. The exit out of the heel turn was the problem, right? I
You're
don't
right.
think
The heel turn itself was okay, was good. It was everything else.
I didn't even think him being a heel when he was doing the WrestleMania heel stuff, coming out to the blackout position, thought it was great. The CM Punk promo saying, "Hi, Zack Ryder. Hi, Nick Nemeth. Hi, Claudio Casanova." The Colt Cabana pipe bomb thing that CM Punk thing. That's why I said hello, Claudio Cascanova, like Cesaro. Like that was great because it was a reference to Colt Cabana
Right.
what CM Punk was doing and referencing Zack Ryder and Nick Nemeth. Oh, great. They should have brought Claudio Casanova and had Cesaro in this tournament too. That would have been really funny if they did that. WWE misses the boat sometimes, but I understand you can't do it all.
Right.
But my point that I'm making is that I thought that was fine. It was the exit out to SummerSlam that just fucking ruined it.
Well, like I said, I think the heel turn was great. I think everything else was just
What so did you not like his heel run, or did you just not like how we got to SummerSlam where
I
face
didn't think it really ramped up that well. I mean, I think they could have done a better job all around, like I said. I mean, the turn was great, but everything else was just kind of okay. I'm not saying it was bad, but it wasn't good.
height of it? I thought the heel was good, and I thought the WrestleMania thing was great. I thought the WrestleMania thing was great because did he use the belt at WrestleMania?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
I thought he used the belt at WrestleMania on Cody.
I don't think.
Like a
I mean, like I
championship
said,
belt.
it was okay. It wasn't good. They could have done a whole bunch better with all of it. Except, like I said, except for the turn, that was great. I mean, it
The
really
Travis
was.
Scott, the Rock giving the signal, Travis Scott taking a few shots at Cody. That was awesome.
I didn't care for Travis Scott. I mean, I kind of liked the where he was like,
Because you don't like the fact that Travis Scott is tapping one of the Kardashians and has a kid with her
he didn't
and
he didn't need to be there.
hate it.
Travis Scott didn't need to be there. I mean, he did the whole like with the smoke stuff, but that was it.
I felt that Travis Scott definitely needed to be there. Travis Scott needed to be at WrestleMania, and he needed to be, and The Rock needed to be at WrestleMania, right? That was part of the problem is that we have The Rock and Travis Scott, and we really needed to create this whole thing where Cena was now involved in The Rock and Travis Scott, and he had muscle. And then if you wanted to get Cody to get the belt back, but it felt like a fucking lost cause. Like I don't feel like Cody is a real champion. I don't feel Cody's a real champion. Like at least with John Cena, I felt like
Because I don't
okay.
think they really built him up. They just gave him the belt.
Again, I want Cody to have to fight. Like if you want Cody to be a real champion, beat Lesnar clean or beat Lesnar dirty.
So basically, beat Lesnar. I mean, I agree with you. They could do more with Cody, but they just don't. They
I
could
mean,
do
what
more
do
with
you do tomorrow night with Oda or Oda or Oba? What do you do with him? Because if he beats Cody, what does that mean? Or if Cody beats him, what does that mean for him? It's like it's a no win situation tomorrow with Cody Rhodes and Oba.
Well, I think either way, you got to bring Oba into the main roster.
So what do you do though about his NXT title?
Have him lose it at the next pay per view. Which, I mean, it's kind
Against
of sad
who?
that he just won it, but they're not gonna. They're gonna leave him in NXT. They need to bring him up. It's time for them to bring somebody else up.
They got to bring a lot of people up, to be honest.
I don't think they're going to. I mean, I think Jericho's going to come back, and I think they're just going to ride with the old people. Don't get me wrong. I like to see Jericho, but I mean, I think they need to bring somebody new, one or two people at least.
Mm.
They're just not going to.
I think what we should
They'll
do
be
is we should bring
all over
Sean
again.
Spears.
Do what?
Sean Spears or Ty Dillinger back.
I don't know.
I love
I don't know what
Sean Spears. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Not really.
It's okay. It's not important. Again, I don't. I mean, this is the thing is that I don't know what we're doing here. The upper echelon is older, and we gotta. If WWE see, I don't care about WWE what they're doing. I think they're killing it, and I think this is all a gigantic placeholder. That's what I think, right?
For what?
I don't think they need to make any fucking moves for the next 6 months because they have their contracts locked up for a while. And I think that they're just trying to hold off and finish off the year. And let's see if they get set up for Mania and let's see if they get set up for SummerSlam. Because in reality, right now, they got Saudi money coming in. They have a bunch of other money coming in. They got Netflix money coming in. They got some other shit on money coming in. They got, I mean, the whole ESPN deal they got coming in. So they're not worried about money at the moment. And I think they're just trying to coast.
Worried about it. I just think they're losing rating, losing people.
But this is what I think, right? I don't think that it matters so much at the moment, right? I'm not saying it's not important in the long run, but WWE is killing it right now in social media presence. I mean, but also AEW is losing ratings too. So I don't think the ratings are so much the problem. WWE is doing better than AEW is doing. So I don't know if the issue here, where because it could just also be that AEW is a disaster, and a lot of shit is changing now, and a lot of shit's up in the air with how things are consumed, right?
Right.
Also, it's the idea that WWE dominates in social media. They dominate in clips. I mean, I can go watch the opening of Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes and the opening of SmackDown legitly 30 minutes after it happens. And they cut up SmackDown into YouTube clips that get like 10 million views. So, in essence, I mean, the whole wrestling business is all messed up and they're killing it though. WWE's YouTube channel kills it. So like that's why I say, okay, like I watch Monday Night Raw every other Monday Night Raw, and I watch SmackDown every other SmackDown. I don't watch it consistently. So, but I watch the clips and I know what's going on. So I don't know. I don't think that the ratings matter so much at the moment. I think in 2 years they're going to matter a lot more because all those contracts are up in 2 years.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know. I don't think they care.
So Paul Heyman spoke about this. This is how I got to my thought, by the way, is that Paul Heyman said the ESPN deal and the Netflix deal, it was all in many ways on Roman Reigns' back, where we had the tribal chief for 3+ years dominating and becoming a larger than life presence. And then this ESPN deal, this Peacock deal happened under that to some degree. Then the Netflix deal happened under that. And so Paul Heyman was saying that in many regards, it was that Roman Reigns carried WWE, and we had this great, larger than life essence character delivering this presence that really helped to drive ratings and secure those deals. We don't have that now in WWE, where they don't need to go pursue a deal. So the second they need to go renew that Netflix deal, they're going to start pumping great stories in, and they're going to start figuring out, okay, how do we get our fan base really energized? I think they're just coasting because they don't need to. What?
But until then,
they don't need to do anything because they don't need to pump it, right? They have it. So what I think what they're doing is that they're trying to say, cool, let's retain as much as we can and let's retain our core, but we don't need to renew all of this crazy shit and waste good stories. We need to do that in a year and a half from now or 2 years from now. And in 2 years from now, we need to create 2 major years so we get another 5 to 10 year deal. And that's what I think they're doing. And I understand it because it's both business and it's unfortunately those mega $1 billion deals dictate what we get as fans.
Yeah, well,
I'm not saying it sucks to a degree, no doubt about it. So we're probably in agreement on that, right?
Yeah. It is what it is. Like I said, I just don't think they care.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, so, I mean, again, this is what we're going to be doing every Friday night when we're talking about wrestling. Me and Paul are fully committed.
Yeah.
Fully committed. Talking about wrestling, talking about everything else. I do need a new co-host. No, I don't think you Paul are. Half my Friday nights, I've given up a lot of drinking, but I've had a stressful week. For those who don't know, I'm taking probably one of the hardest tests I've ever taken, and I did worse the second time than I did the first time, and I failed both times. And all I know is that today I slept 12 hours after yesterday, so it's a very grueling test. So, but I am cutting back on drinking for a reason. So I like the way my brain thinks when I don't drink, which is good. But I digress. But yeah, so obviously I do want to let you promote yourself because you got a lot of stuff coming out. I know you have some announcements.
I do?
Yeah, I don't know. Do you?
I ain't got nothing.
But obviously you have a lot of stuff that you've done.
I got a lot of stuff that I've done. PTSD, Bushibu, Circus Mysteries, Crypticade, Predator Aura. Yeah, but I think I'm done. I mean, I'm still thinking about doing that movie, but not in a rush.
Are you done or are you on hiatus?
I it really depends on how my health is, because right now it's bad. If it gets better,
Are you gonna leave your laptop in the ring and then walk away?
yeah. Leave my
Do
pieces.
you think tomorrow he's gonna leave? He's gonna take his shoes off and leave them in the ring?
That's what I'm gonna do.
Do you think Topps is gonna get his shoes and then cut them up and put them in a card like they did with his socks?
Little patches everywhere. Nobody cares.
What do you mean? I love my sock relic. It's cool as fuck.
My Grinch sock.
I have a Cena sock. It's awesome. Well, it's whatever. I hate these fucking fake job recruiters I get. I'm wondering how this person got my fucking email. But anyway, so basically, are you gonna take your laptop and leave it in the ring?
Yeah, man. I'm ready.
Well, I am. Well, I am never leaving my laptop or my microphone or anything that I do in the ring. No, thank you. I'm gonna be dying on the air. It's what I'm gonna do. You know, or 10,000 interviews, whichever comes first.
Let's do it.
But
10,000 interviews.
I think it's possible. I think it's actually very possible. I'm actually trying to do the math here. If I do 200 interviews a year, right? I mean, that would mean that it would be 2,000 every 10. I mean, theoretically, it's possible to get like 2,000 interviews done or 10,000. It's very possible. That's a lot, though. That's a lot. I would really have to do like 400 or 500 interviews a year. But anyway, so obviously my show is Conversations in Pop Culture. I am Pop Anime Comics on Twitter, on Instagram, Facebook, Pop Anime Comics. YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe, Pop Anime Comics. I am, we do stream on Twitch sometimes. We also stream on a bunch of other platforms, Facebook, sometimes Instagram, sometimes Twitter. So yes, please subscribe to all those places down below. You can find me half the time on Twitter. I am complaining about football, and even if it's not my own team, I'm either saying that was not a fumble, that was not a penalty, and I get very creative in my tweets. A lot of profanity. So if you're not a fan of me cursing off the NFL and referees, you should not be following me on Twitter. But if you really enjoy angry people talking about football, definitely Sunday is. I think last Sunday I shot out like 300 or 400 tweets. And so live tweeting during a football game. I'm very good at it. And there are some very, very good arguments that I've had with people. And every once in a while, I tend to get blocked by a lot of people. On Twitter. But I have a good time. I have a great time. And then other times people don't block me and we just go at it over and over and over again. And like 900 tweets later, and it's great. It's absolutely wonderful. And that's the point of Twitter. And Twitter is a great place, or X now as it's called, is a great, great, great place to talk about sports. It is the best place to talk about sports. So you can follow me on X, Twitter, Pop Anime Comics. And furthermore, if I didn't mention already, I probably did, on TikTok, Pop Anime Comics. And then I have an eBay store, Pop Anime Comics Collectibles. And I sell a lot of cool stuff. Sorry. In my eBay store, so I sell cards and comics and books like this, things like this in my eBay store, things like this in my eBay store. You will not see this in my eBay store. I don't know what you noticed first, but I can tell you what I noticed first is her eyes are hunting. Oh my God. If you notice something else, I do not know what you noticed. That is Cubby Thompson, by the way, if anybody wants to look up Cubby Thompson. I love Cubby Thompson. I don't know Cubby Thompson, but she's on my interview list for sure. And then I do sell cards like this in my eBay store, and I sell stuff like this as well. And I sell stuff like this, and then I do sell some WWE stuff. And every once in a while, you will get something like this, which is my Ron Killings, or you'll get something like this, which is my John Cena sock relic, and some other stuff. So again, you name it, I got it. And I got stuff like this, and I got a bunch of stuff that is going to be listed. So I sell everything from $4 cards all the way up to $1,800+ cards. So if whatever you're looking for, I got you. And I've been saying it for a long time that if first off, go into my eBay store, go through what I got. If you're looking for something and you don't see it in my eBay store, shoot me a message, because I will tell you if I have it. I will tell you if it exists, because sometimes something doesn't exist and people think it does exist. And if it doesn't exist, well, now you know the answer. If it does exist and I have it, I'll list it. If I don't have it, I know somebody who does have it, and I'll point you in the right direction so you can figure out how to get what you want. And so that's the whole thing I do with that. So again, please ask me, because I am here to help. And I have been very open and honest with people where people have been looking for stuff. And I said, look, you're better off just buying these 2 cards and not this card, because I'm asking this price for it. And if you're buying something, so the other day, it's a quick story. I had a buyer who wanted to buy something, and I'm charging a lot of money for it. And I said, look, what do you want to spend on it? And the person's like, I want to spend like 500. I said, yeah, I don't think we're in the same ballpark. If you want these 2 players, you might be better off picking up 2 separate cards with them on it. And you'll probably be at about 200 for those 2 cards. And especially if you're buying it for your son. Now, if you want this card, because the card I was selling, it's a very unique, cool card that obviously has a certain value. I said, then, you got to be in more my price range. But the person wound up appreciating that I was honest. And so I will always be honest if you ask me questions on things. And if you give me a price, say, hey, I want to buy this for this price range, I'm going to tell you exactly what I think, and I will direct you potentially to somewhere else, even if it means I won't make the sale. So that's the whole thing with me. And what I find is that people wind up coming back to you when you do that, because, well, how many people are honest anymore in this world, especially in comics and cards? So that's pretty much why you should buy from me on eBay, everybody, because I'm going to tell you the honest to God truth, and she's a fire woman. So there we go, right there. And on that note, I believe that is a wrap, everybody. So thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thank you so much for enjoying, spending your Friday night with me and not enjoying it with Paul, even though Paul is great, and we will be robbing Peter later. So thank you very much, everybody, and have a good one, and enjoy Saturday Night Main Event, everybody. That's all I have to say. So have a good one. Peace.